All right, so you just spawned into a brand new world. What are you going to do? I mean, after you punch the trees. Well, you need food, iron, and you need villagers for those sweet, sweet OP trades, right? Well, come on with me because I'm Aristotle and I have the sweetest, coolest invention that I'm going to show you today. Let's go! All right, so today I'm going to be showing you how to build this. It's an early game combination farm of iron farm, villager breeder, and veggie farm. You can grow wheat, carrots, potatoes, whatever you want. Plus you got all the iron that you need, and you can back it up by just making villagers all day long. And I know what you're going to say, Aristotle, we're not going to be able to make this in the first couple of hours of playing Minecraft. Yes, you can. Don't have to go to the nether. Don't even have to find a diamond. So come on, I'll show you how. All right, so new world, empty space, let's go. In survival, this is all you're gonna have to collect. 4 stacks of logs, 4 stacks of building blocks. You're gonna need about half a stack of wool, couple stacks of carrots, but if you only have a little bit, it's okay. We can make it work. But 2 stacks would be great. 8 pieces of iron, you need a stack of sand, quarter stack of coal, you need to find a couple of villagers, just 2, stack and a half of dirt, and you need access to a little bit of lava and definitely some water. And this is what you're going to turn all of that into. So your building blocks are going to stay about the same. You're going to make some stone slabs and 2 cobblestone walls and a stone hoe. You also need a bucket and a hopper. That's your iron. Dirt's the same. Carrots are the same. You're going to turn that sand into glass using that coal. And all that wood is going to become 13 signs, a chest, 3 composters, 14 trap doors, a stack and a quarter of fencing, and a little under 3 stacks of wooden slabs. And you're going to have 14 torches, as well as 8 beds and 9 pieces of carpet. Okay, start off by grabbing your blocks and do a line of 7 right in a row. Give it a 3 gap, and then cut on over and go 7 more. Now, I like to cut out the corners, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 across the back. I'm going to switch to my glass and go 1, 2, 3 across the front. I'm going to take the back up 4 high, so we're 4 blocks high now, and do the same down the sides. So what you have should look like this. Now, come here in the back, and we're going to go 2 blocks deep, 2 high, just like that, and fill it in. Grab your signs, and on the side of the wall here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, just like this. Along this back wall here, pop some water so that it flows out and pushes everything down. This is where your villagers are going to land when they fall from the top of the structure. Now, just for ease of collection, I'm also going to drop a water source right there in the corner so it pushes anything that's down here into the corner. I'm going to grab some glass, go up so that it's 3 high, just like this, and then I'm going to cap it off with some blocks. Now, as we go for 5 blocks high, we're going to go just like this across the side. We're going to go 2 on the sides, and then using a temporary block, I'm going to create a little shaft like this. This is the shaft that's going to go all the way up to 14 blocks high, where our villagers fall down. Bring this up 1 more just to make it 6 high. All right, so we're going to come to this block right here in the center, and we're going to pop a piece of glass. This is going to be our iron golem spawning platform. We're going to go 2 out this side, and we're going to go 2 out this side, and then counting this block as 1, we're going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then match that on the other side so that it's the same distance, just like that. Now the center, we're going to fill in with our building blocks, make these full blocks. No slabs allowed here. Now make the wall behind this 2 high, so it's just like this. You can use glass to do the same. I did build that into the materials. And then what you're going to do is put a temporary block here and then create a wall that runs down the side, and we're going to make it 2 high. And then we're going to do the same exact thing on the other side. Now, come in here, and starting from the second block back, you go 1, 2, 3, so it juts out 1. Do the same on the other side, and then connect these across. All right, grab your signs, and then not the bottom block or the top one, but the one right here in the middle. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 signs. And then we're going to do the same thing, but over one and up one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, to test you got everything right, dump a little water here in the back so you create a flow, and it should go right out to the edge. Grab your lava bucket, and by shift-clicking right on top of the lower center sign, just like that, you should be able to create a lava blade right on over. All right, put a little temporary block on one side of these, and then you're going to go bam, bam, just like that to create a little roundabout, a little cutout, just like that. Now, at the bottom of this thing, right there should go a chest, and right there can go a hopper. And then off of the back, you're going to put some temporary, not temporary blocks, but you're going to put some blocks. But we're going to upgrade this later. Now, just pop in a little bit of water on this side so it all flows towards the hopper. So as the iron golems come down this platform, they're pushed into the lava blade where they're killed, and the iron and the poppies go here. Now, I have fire tick off, so I can use wood slabs here, but remember, you're close to lava, so if you are playing with fire tick on, you don't want to put any wood slabs on top of these just quite yet. And we're going to have to go through and do some spawn proofing a little later. But I can get away with wood for right now because fire tick is off. These slabs right here are going to prevent iron golems from spawning out here on the end and missing the lava blade. Plus they'll catch any iron that's coming down, and so it doesn't fly off the end. All right, so cutting back to the back of the farm here. This part is 6 blocks high as of right now, if you can follow along. So we're going to build it up to 10. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, just like that. And we're going to bring all the blocks of this shaft up to the same level. And across the front here, we're also just going to grab the blocks, the block part, not the glass part. And then do the same on the side here. Now, this being 10 blocks high, we're going to come out 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2, just like this. This can be our platform for the villagers that are responsible for spawning the iron golems. Okay, so from this platform, we're going to come out 2 on each side with glass. We're going to pop some temporary blocks. Your dirt you can use just fine. And then we're going to pop 1 piece of glass on the very end here. We're going to go underneath, we're going to grab our cobblestone walls, and we're going to go 1, 2, just like that. It's at this point we're going to take out our temporary blocks here. You can cross the front here with a row of three glass, just like this. Grab your water and pop it right on there. Now make certain nothing is leaking out of the bottom or the sides. This will cause the zombie to bounce up and down, but you don't have to go to the nether for some soul sand. All right, match the height here all the way around, and we're going to come up 2 more just like that. 1, 2, 1, 2. We're going to leave this part open here. We're going to go 1, 2 there, but then the top here we're going to go 1, 2, 3, just like this. I know it's hard to tell with glass, but you should have a nice spot for your zombie that's essentially 4 blocks tall, and then you have this nice viewing area right here. All right, grab some carpet and go 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3 for 6 pieces total. Grab 3 of your beds and go 1, 2, 3. Utilizing a temporary block off the side, you're going to go up 1 and create a wall that's 3 like this. And do the same on the other side. Now put 3 glass on top of that, and then 3 blocks back on top of that for a nice window. Of course, you finish it off the same way on the other side. Now, we're 10 blocks high on the back here, so we're going to come up 2 more, just like this. And then what we're going to do is use a temporary block and go over the pillows of the beds, just like this. Then we're going to grab our trapdoors and go 1, 2, 3. And you want to have them so when they close up, just like this. Not down and cover the back of the beds, but up. Go ahead and break those temporary blocks and go to the other side here. And what you want to do is, again, get them on the bottom portion of that 12th high block so that they open up just like this. All right, so this part is 12 blocks high, so we're going to add 2 more, so 13, 14. So that brings us up to the top of our farm. Bring up the sides, just like this. And then across the front again, you're going to want to use a temporary block and go 1, 2, 3. Off the back, hit 1, 2, 3, just like this. Now this is where you want to grab your dirt. So off this center block over the beds below, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That will cover up your zombie side. Grab yourself a wooden slab, or stone works too. Pop 1 right there on top, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then from the sides, go out 4 as well from each side. And this is what you should have so far. All right, now we're going to fill in and make this a square. All right, now that we got a square of dirt going on up there, this is going to be our farm. One of the things we want to do is just pop some water right in there on top of the slab. The slab's going to keep it from leaking out below. Then we're going to pop a composter and then a block, just like this. All right, this is a good time, especially if you're short on the carrots. This is a good time to grab your hoe and get these planted, get these carrots started so you can grow them up some more. And then just go ahead and plant everything you got, but you're going to want to leave 4. You're going to want to leave 2 sections just like this that are free from plants. All right, once you got all your carrots in, go ahead and chop those sections out. Grab your bed and set it in there. You want it set inside just like this because of 2 reasons. This section over here is only going to be 2 blocks tall above the farmland. And you don't want your villagers that are going to be working this section to cause any trampling of the crops, which will create a spawnable block. You see, iron golems can't spawn on farmland with crops because it's a transparent block, because as you can see right here, it's a little low, so you can see that water in there. You see that composter is sitting up above. But if they trample it and turn it into dirt, well, then you're going to iron golems going to spawn on top of it, and this farm's not going to work for you anymore. All right, so you got these little notches here. You don't have to worry about them too much. You can fill them in if you want. But what you are going to want to do is create fencing all the way around. Now, you don't have to have blocks under it. If you're worried about aesthetics, go for it. But go all the way around this entire farm. Now, you can go over these side walls, but you want to go around that back platform just like this. And same thing with the dirt. Don't go over the dirt. Go out in the air, suspended right next to the dirt. All right, once all that's in, what you're going to want to do is pop your 3 trap doors on that side and 3 trap doors on that side, and be certain to open them. Utilizing a temporary block, you're going to go up 1, 2, and at the top of this one here, just like that, you're going to pop a trap door. Same thing, you're going to do 1 on this side and 1 on this side, so that you have 3 trap doors right there. What that's going to do is prevent your farmers from this area from crossing into this area. Now would be a really good time to bring your villagers in. So as you bring your villagers in, you want them to claim the beds in this area, and you can tell that by the green particles. And then the first one in will have a farmer's hat. Second one will just have green particles, but they'll claim that second bed. What are you guys looking at? Now, grab your slabs, and starting off this block here, you're going to want to cover every little bit of farmland that's over here. You don't have to take it out if you're short on materials over the fencing. These villagers are plenty safe up here, but you can if you want to, of course. All right, once that's in, do not forget 1, 2, 3 slabs across the trap doors. Iron golems can spawn on top of trap doors. All right, now that you have your guys and they're there and they're going to start working on everything, you want to make certain you let them sleep that first night and they claim those beds. When they get up the next morning, the farmer should eventually get to work after talking with his companion for a little bit. That's a good point now to install 3 beds right on this back platform. And these guys will start breeding villagers to fill up those beds. but because of the trap doors, those villagers aren't going to make it there. The last piece up at the top here is 1, 2, 3 pieces of carpet. Every once in a while, you will get an iron golem that will try to spawn here. Those 3 pieces of carpet right there, well, they prevent that. Now, it's at this point you can leave the farm alone for the next 15 minutes. Go mining, go punch some more trees, whatever you want to do. Now, eventually, they're going to start breeding, and you don't have to be around for this part. And what's going to happen is their kids are going to run and bounce on the beds. But eventually, if they wander over here, they're going to fall down to the next level and start stocking up that villager pod room. Now, this is a good time for you to start worrying about bringing in your zombie, which you can easily do by staircasing up to the glass platform there, and then just find a zombie that can hold something. So if you come down low, you wait for nighttime, and the zombies will spawn, then you can just lure one up and ride across, and what you'll do is you'll come in, even just for the top 2 blocks, just like this, and you can use a trap door right there, and that will give you an excellent spot for a zombie. And if he's holding something, you don't have to worry about him despawning. In this case, I'm just going to pop him in with a nice little name tag so he doesn't disappear before the end of this tutorial, and lock him in. That cobblestone wall trick works fabulously. All right, so we got 1 kid and counting. You'll notice he's not able to get back up on the trap doors. The villagers can't see them, so they don't know to jump, even though he could jump right on top of that if he could jump. But he can't see them, so he won't jump, so he won't go. The carpet right over here prevents him from getting up here because he's exactly 1 block tall. So this is 1 pixel shy of 1 full block. So he can't get up here and get himself bit by the zombie. Oh yeah, and you don't have to wait for these guys to grow up. If you get 3 babies in here and they sleep in their beds at least 1 night, you'll start making iron golems right away. All right, so now all we got to do is wait for those 2 to get back into the mood. Now, while we're waiting, we're going to want to do a few things here, though, and that's spawn proofing. We don't want any blocks that are solid, full blocks just like this, so we're going to cap them off. Now, like I said, I have my fire tick off, so I don't have any problem putting carpet or wooden blocks right there. But if you're playing with fire tick on, you'll definitely want to use stone slabs right there. Make certain to cut it all the way back. Now, they can't spawn on glass, so you're safe in that little corner back here. But down this side as well, you definitely want to go through and take the time to spawn proof everything. And make certain to have a look. See, they're already working on number 2 as we're working out here. This platform in the center should be the only place the golems can spawn. So that's baby number 2, bouncing on the bed, and down the hatch he goes. They'll run around a little bit, but eventually what they'll do is they'll find themselves in that room, and once they do, they can't seem to get out past those trapdoors. All right, we've got action on baby number 3. Now, once nighttime rolls around, that baby's going to go for the bed, drop down to that second unit, and you've got a little bit of work to do this night, because as of right now, the farm's actually going to stop working. So wait for night, and as you'll notice, those babies aren't getting in the beds below because they're still attached to the beds up here. So what you want to do is climb up here at night, and what you'll do is you'll come in here, open up your trap doors, just like this. Eventually, those babies will find and align with those beds down there. So what you want to do is turn around and break and then plant 3 beds. And do it right away, otherwise you could get an iron golem spawning up here. Once you've done that, realize that you've forgotten torches. You should at some point before this put a torch on the corners, so 6 torches total here. And don't forget torches in the iron golem squad right down here. And of course, torches in the villager waiting area. Now, as you can see, we've got an iron golem already spawning in just off of those 3 babies. So now you have your iron starting to work in. Double check that your hopper and your chest there are working out all right. Oh, and another thing I forgot, this block should either be a half slab just like this or a piece of glass. And that way you can open your chest. And as you can see, we've already got our poppies and our iron already started. Now I know what you're saying. Where are my veggies at? Well, now that we have some supplies going in and we've got extra villagers that are going to be bred up, let's start working on our veggie farm. All right, so to build the veggie farm part of this, you're going to come around to the back. You're going to find the center block and you're going to go up 2. And then so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, just like that. Make it 2 high. You're going to give a gap of a space and then put a fence right here just so you're lined up all right. Now underneath that fence, what you're going to do is you're going to come out 1. You're going to dig out 1, 2, 3, just like that. We're going to use that a little later. Come on up to the front here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then take it back and then match it up just like this. Do the same on the other side. Now you don't have to shape this any as small as this. If you want to do even larger, you're totally welcome to do it. I use this size because this is about the minimum so that you can get a good deal of veggies but still have a very small footprint. Now if you're using my shape, you want to dig 2 holes, about 1 there and 1 there. And what that'll do, that's lined up with the back wall, and then that's 3 blocks away. That'll make certain that this entire area gets saturated. So in the hole towards the back, what you want to do is pop in a slab, fill it with water, composter, block. The front one, you want to fill with water first, and then put a top slab, just like this. And again, this is just to keep the villager from jumping in or around or getting stuck and trampling crops. Now do the same on the other side. Grab your hoe and carrots and plant any dirt that's open that you can access right here. And of course, don't forget the other side. All right, get your slabs in nice and early because these are possible spawning locations for iron golems. All right, now that you got everything looking good like this, let's go see if we're making any villagers. Yes, we are. All right, so we just need 1 more, and then we can turn and fill in these sections right here. And of course, this iron farm's been knocking along, so we've already got half a stack and counting. This is a good time to grab that iron, and we're going to turn it into a couple of things. And what we're going to turn that into is 2 hopper mine carts, 1 hopper, and of course, we're going to make a chest with some of our remaining wood just like that. We're going to pop that double chest right there. We're going to come in on the inside and we're going to point a hopper into the back of the chest. The other thing we're going to make with that iron is a little bit of rails here, just like this. And that half a stack is perfect for all of this. So we're going to, by shift clicking, pop a rail right on top, add a hopper mine cart, and then we're going to back up. Now this, sometimes you might have to break that little bit of carrot right there, but you got to hit that rail and break it. And then what you do is as soon as you do that, you pop a trapdoor right on top, still holding shift. You do a rail, do a hopper minecart. This one's a lot easier to hit. Hit that guy again, and then trapdoor just like that. So it goes hopper underneath with a hopper minecart just sitting directly on it, to a trapdoor, to a hopper minecart, to a trapdoor. Now the villagers aren't going to be able to walk through this, but this is 100% transparent to them, so they're going to trade across and try and breed, which, because they don't have beds down here, they won't be making babies out here, but every time they throw carrots back and forth, these hopper minecarts are going to catch them. All right, now you obviously don't want them to get eaten by zombies or killed by pillagers, so let's get a little bit of a roof on this guy. If lightning hits an exposed villager, it'll turn them into a witch. And that just won't be a whole lot of fun now, will it? But do make certain these are bottom slabs all the way across. And remember what I said about trap doors, so make certain to cover the top of that one as well with a bottom slab. All right, once you got that back in, let's go back around the front and see how we're doing for villagers here. We got our 2. Those are our farmers. Now, because of the water pushing them up right there, they're actually very easy to access. So if you want to get one out, you can just use a boat. So place a boat right about there and just start pushing it forward. And it will eventually grab these guys. Now, if you want to break into your iron reserves, there we go. Whoops, we got both. That's not good. Come back here, you little rascal. There we go. And then all you have to do is just wheel them right into your farm. All right, I'm going to set a timer for 1 hour, and we're going to come back and see what this looks like. And we're back. 1 hour on the timer, and night's coming up. So let me set it today real quick. And let's go check what we've got. All right, so for villagers, we got some babies in there. You'll see them looking around a little bit. We've got about 8 or 9 total right there. And then, if we pop on over here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stacks of iron, plus a little bit extra. That's not counting what we took out for the upgrade in the back. And of course, we got our poppies going. And then last but not least, if you come right back here, you can see these guys already trading. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stacks of carrots. There's your food. There's your iron. There's your villagers for those OP trades. But wait, there's more. Now that we got all this iron, we can actually knock this section out real quick. Take care of that water. Get rid of those solid blocks before a golem spawns on them. And then what we can do over here is take a chest, expand our storage, go ahead and leave that hopper there, but get one in that top chest that we just added, and then run hoppers right across that whole stream, across the front. We don't have to have that ugly looking thing. We can get rid of that guy as well, and then of course run hoppers right on down here. And a nice upgrade for plenty of storage, because this thing's gonna keep working. I'm Aristotle, and this is my iron food villager combination farm. Thank you, and good night. I thought he'd never die.